Hey guys, you ever wish you could instantly see the chords in a worship song to be able to play along with that song or practice it for a worship set or in church or just to learn and play along with a new song or a video? So especially for new songs that does not yet have chords available on guitar tabs or whatever the case may be. So finding those chords by ear can take hours, especially when you're working with full band or live recordings or a song you've never played before. So this is where Gospel Chord comes in. This is actually new software and it's very, very powerful. And it can instantly detect and display all chords live over the video. But it can also burn in those chords into a video that you can export and use however you like in your own software. But it's awesome. It simplifies the process. It speeds up the process significantly. Yeah, so you simply import your video and you let ChordFlow analyze the video, and you get a complete chord timeline on your own local PC. If you jump around, if you press time there, it's gonna start playing from there instantly. So it's seamless, it's super fast, it's all local. You don't have to be online. Nothing gets uploaded, nothing gets lost. You don't have to have an internet connection to be able to use this, so it's totally offline and you can go out into the field and use this. This is awesome. This is a game changer. So I've been using Moises for years now, and the thing that it lacks is video. So I can't use it for video. So you have the audio, but the version of the audio or the video that you download is not necessarily the one you can find to play in church with the chords in there or the lyrics in there so that the audience can sing along with your playing. So that makes it difficult. That makes it a time consuming thing if you have to do that manually. But with Gospel Chord, that solves the problem. So yeah, that's amazing. You can double click this, it's gonna go into full screen mode. So this is your main application window, if you want to call it that. If I double click, it's gonna go back. Press once, it's gonna pause. Press again, it's gonna start playing again. Yeah, if you have presentation mode, so this is amazing. That this is what sets it apart really, really good. So you can go, if I can show you in the presentation settings. So I've actually got two different screens, or we've got three screens. So this is my primary one where the application is running on. Then I've got two other screens here, two other monitors. And you can see you can add or remove this tick there. That's going to display chords on that monitor or not. So you can actually show this video with the lyrics playing without the chords to the audience. So they don't need to see the chords. They just need to see the actual video. The screen that faces your band, you can actually include the chords there. So your band obviously needs to see the overlay. You can change the overlay settings. You can place it in the middle. You can place it at top or the bottom. You can adjust your margin if you like. If you want to fine tune it, you can do that. Put it a little bit higher. You can do that. Not a problem. So yeah, this is awesome. This is amazing. So you can restore defaults. Everything on that screen is going to be restored to defaults. If I start presentation now, you don't see it, but I've got two other monitors, two other screens here. It's actually playing this video along exactly like it, just without the chords there. In your main screen, you can hide chords, show chords instantly if you like. It's awesome. In presentation, I only see this again. Yeah, so if you want to change something, you have your chord timeline. So let's just choose another video. If I double click it, it's actually immediately going to start playing it. If you press next and back on a keyboard, it's going to go to the next and the back song. Spacebar obviously pauses and resumes. But say for instance, I'm not happy with that chord, I can change it to a C. Say if I think that should be a C. If I double click it, I can make it a C. There you go. If I press OK, now it's a C. Okay. If I want to change the start time, if I want to millisecond adjust it, this bar that goes in there, I want to start and end time, just want to change it a bit. You can do that. You can't do that with anything else. If I made too many mistakes or changes here and it's now I screwed it up, I can go and press analyze, and it's just going to reanalyze the song for us. Let's see how long it takes live. Okay, so it should take a few seconds. The song doesn't stop, continues. There's just no chords available. There it's done it in 10.3 seconds, and it just continues exactly where it left off. You can zoom in into this time bar, whatever you want to call it, at the bottom there. Yeah, so there's repeat, replay to end off. This actually is for the playlist there. You can create playlists, add your songs, so you can create a set list. But check this out, guys. You can add a slide. So if I want to add a new slide, so if you can use this directly in church, you can replace whatever you have, put this in. It's going to work for you. Or, but basically, it was according to the website. If you go and look there, gospelcore.com, you'll see that, and I'll put it everything in the description below where you can find it and on all the details. Yeah, so this is awesome. So you can use it if you're in between your sets or your worship service or whatever you want to use this for, or just playing at home. You can test it outside, but you can add slides. So if I want to add a slide there, it's going to play in your playlist. If you just before I do that, you can repeat or play to end or off. So if I repeat one, it's just going to repeat this same song. If I repeat all, it's just going to loop through your playlist. And if you play to end, it's just going to play everything to the end. If it's off, it's just going to play this one song until it ends and it stops. But in a worship service settings, you want to have this as repeat, play to end. So you start wherever you want to start, and it's going to play it till the end, and it's going to stop. But you can put slides in between, and you can. This is awesome. So for the slides, you can add text boxes, you can have images, you can have videos even in there, and you can specify the duration, how long this slide should be played for until it goes to the next item in your playlist. Or if you leave it at 0, it's just going to be there indefinitely until if you have like that laser pointers, whatever, with the buttons, you can, when you just press the next button, it's going to go to the next slide. Or you can say this should be displayed for 30 seconds, and it's going to play for 30 seconds, and it's going to go. So yeah, you can have yeah, text box. What are we going to call this? I don't know. Say for instance, worship service 2026 08 17, whatever you want to call this. Okay, you can, let's make this full screen, see it a bit better. You can snap it, so you can go to left, center, middle, bottom, bottom right, bottom left, whatever. Okay, so this is awesome. You can change the colors, obviously. Make the size a bit bigger, 45, don't know, bold it, italic, underline, don't know, whatever you want to do. You can add images. Let's see, yeah, so we can add an image, say for instance, we take that one, put it in there. You have the options here to dock it to full screen. I can dock it to full screen. Right click, and I can say send it backwards, just because yeah, we want our text there. You can add a video. So if you want to add a video, what are we going to do? Jesus heals. Yeah, let's take that one. We put it there at the bottom there, make it a bit smaller. Okay, so that's going to play, and let's say it's going to play for 30 seconds and continue. Or I think better, because we have a video, just make it 0, so it's going to play until the video is actually done, and then it's going to continue. Yeah, so if I press OK, where's my slide? There's my new slide. If I double click it, there's it. You see, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, there's your video playing. There's no chords, obviously, because it's not a chord list item in your playlist. It's just a slide. We can rename it, edit slide, so we can say slide test whatever 5. Notes is awesome, so I can have notes here. So 1 2 3 4, whatever your notes is. I'm just typing in garbage here. Okay, so if I say okay, you see at the right hand side, yeah, there's your notes. So if you're in a service, or you're busy with a so this is obviously not going to be shown. So this is what the audience will see full screen on their side. Okay, but you will have this notes here, so you can actually say whatever you need to say while this is playing. I mean, this is awesome stuff here, guys. I mean, Moises can't do this. No other thing I've found can do this. Yeah, but what I use it for is this. I mean, I love this song. This is actually one of the songs I wanted to play with. Couldn't find it, and the version I got, the chord version I actually got, was in a different key. And that's another thing. You can yeah, the mode, you can make it advanced. You see there's your A sus4, or you can have it as easy mode. This is where I play it, just a normal A. You can change your key. If I want to do it in an F sharp major, I can do that. Instantly changes it. Reset it. You can change the tempo. Yeah, I mean, what else do you need, guys? What else do you need? Just last thing I need to mention is, yeah, you can export this. So I've done everything I need to do, make the fine tunes you want, and it remembers it. So if you make changes here, if I make that a C, okay, and I exit the application and I come back later, you see I made it a small C, it's gonna take whatever whatever you enter there. It's gonna remember it. It's gonna remember it for this song in this playlist. If you have a different playlist, you can create playlists there as well. It's gonna um, have whatever you have in that playlist. So yeah, it's awesome. I messed it up now, so I just want to reanalyze. Let's reanalyze while the video is playing. I mean, it's so easy, so fast. I just have to mention the first time that you analyze a song, depending also on what your PC looks like. I mean, there was 10.6 seconds while the video was playing. Super easy, super fast. But yeah, if you have a stronger PC, this can actually use your GPU to make things faster. Um, if you have a weaker PC, it's gonna use your CPU. It might take a bit longer, so your first initial chord detection might take about 60 to 90 seconds, depending on your strength of your PC and the length of the song, obviously. Because it has to do the chord separation, the stem separation, that you can remove the bass in the guitar, so you can adjust that. Okay, so for that it takes a bit of time, but every analyze you do after that is going to be quick. If you close the app and you open it, it doesn't need to reanalyze. So Moises and all of those, you do need to reanalyze them. But for this, you don't. Yeah. So I don't know what else I can show you guys. Let's open Moises. Okay. So let's get this same song. Let's just stop it. Okay, wait. Alright, guys. So I've tried to play them at the same time, but obviously there might be a millisecond or so delay between them. But yeah, obviously on your left you've got Moises, on the right you've got Gospel Chord. Yeah, but we have the video on the right, so I mean, that's amazing. I mean, yeah, I mean, see the chord detection is actually on point. On point, you have it in a video. What else do you want? What else do you want? I mean, this is amazing. I can make this full screen. Can't do that with the Moises side. Okay. I mean, yo. Right, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. I mean, best part for me is you can export this directly into an MP4 video, make it high quality. You have it at HD, anywhere you like to use it. If I export this, I'm going to export this and pause and show you the actual video. You can export while playing, so this is awesome. Right, guys, like you can see, it exported successfully, and yeah, we've got our video here. It's playing in VLC. It's playing in VLC. You can export this, you can use this. I mean, there's your files. It's a normal VLC file, normal MP4 file. There's your chords burnt into the video. I mean, what else do you want? What else do you need? You can use this in your own software if you want. I mean, yo, yeah, this is, in my opinion, one of the best pieces of software out there. So if you are trying to just play along with your favorite song, or you want to have a worship evening at your church, or whatever you want, I mean, put the details in the description below. I'll show you what the website looks like. Let me open that. Yeah, so there you go. There's the website, gospelcore.com. Yeah, it's basically gonna tell you everything you need to know about the software. There's actually a video that explains everything. Yeah, drop in a video. It's gonna tell you or show you the import process. I've just paused it now. Yeah, but you can go ahead, just watch the video if you want. Just go through the website. I mean, this is very professional. Yeah, new software, but I think yeah, like there's a 10-day free trial, so try it out. Yeah, try it out. You'll get a license. You need to register your card details, so you can cancel in any time in that 10-day trial period. There's all the features. So if you cancel, you're not going to be billed at all. If you don't cancel, it's just going to go on to the subscription. Wanted to show this to you guys. So yeah, have a great day, and yeah, see you in the next one. Okay, bye.